going to show you everything I've got. And if you're the same age, you've probably all got the same crap. The same debris has been piling up for 50 years plus. But first off, we're going to watch this guy go around for the first time in probably 55 years. This was given to me by a friend of my older sister's. Wait a minute. My older sister's friend's older brother, who I think was going off to Vietnam. So, I did this yesterday, so I know it runs, and I'm thrilled because I've had this forever and I've never seen it move. Oops, wrong direction. It's the only car I've got in this scale that goes the wrong direction. Come on, guy. Driver is not glued down. Now, I didn't know what this was for decades, but eBay finally helped me out. And I know it's a Cox. And I know that in good condition, it's worth some money. This one, however, is pretty trashed. The original owner cut those holes for, I presume, headlights. And when I first got this, it was bright orange. I didn't have it sitting in a window or anything, but it's faded now, just from sitting in a box. This guy was also given to me that same day. This was a big key event in my slot car hobby life. The gifting was perhaps in 1971, and it included old T-Jets and these bigger scale cars. I tried to get this one running yesterday, and I had the motor spinning, but there was other problems, and it did not go around the track before I gave up because it made this guy start smoking. Smoke was coming out of these little vents. Here's some of the original Aurora rubbery guardrails. Hands. Well, this probably came in a box of Strombecker stuff I bought at a yard sale. And the other one is missing. I wired it up to a Halloween costume where I pretended to be a mad bomber and I was going to detonate myself. But this was at work for Halloween and they didn't appreciate it very much. Here's a package from Eldon. August of 1961. Cost 3.5 cents to mail somebody some, who knows what, pickup shoes, springs, who knows. Today I'm failing to get this going. Some kind of faux motorific. I mean, it is technically a slot car, but it runs off of a C-cell battery. It came with this AMX set. Totally a copy of motorific. You want to peer into my tackle box. See some of the things I've got. It's just like everything you've got. Same old stuff, different day. Oh, I do like the Thunderjets. Model motoring track. You sure can get the model motoring track cheap on eBay these days. Everybody has a ton of it. This is an Auto World set, but it's got art that reminds me a lot of my first model motoring set, which I got in '71. It must have been sitting on the shelf for quite a while, from Ryder's Hobby Shop in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So, here's the other one. I think the first one I showed you was the one that I wired up to my explosives that were strapped to my chest. Now, I don't know if this is Strombecker stuff, but like I said, it came in a box of Strombecker, so maybe you guys can tell me whether this is from Johann Friedrich Strombecker. I sure have a lot of junk. Here's one of the old tan ones with numbers. One of these with the wire snipped off very close. So, this is an opportunity for me to repack, and I have to say, it makes me colossally depressed sometimes to look at all this old stuff. You go back in time and think about the past. Do you ever get in a flea market and get like bummed out because you see everything that everybody once was thrilled to own, but now they've discarded because they're long dead? Just old stuff that nobody wants anymore. I opened up the Eldon box. It was so light I thought it was empty. But here's what's inside. Check it out. Parts. Parts for this kind of arrangement, maybe. No. Well, anyway. 60s bigger scale stuff. Here's the inside of this Cobra. It's a pretty nice looking body. I wonder if this won some races back in the day for this kid. Here's some fun debris. These decals, they have me thinking about this hop-up kit I bought for AFX when I was a kid, and it came with a clear body, which I just made a royal mess out of. I didn't understand anything about what to do. I was definitely in over my head, but in less than a decade, I would be a rock and roll guy. But I would keep on coming back to the slot cars every few years, just to pull them out and look at them. One day around 1980, I set up a small oval in a guest bedroom on the bed. That was my most half-hearted attempt at resurrecting the hobby. Then I had another big round in the late 90s. Sometimes there's like 15, 20 years between going crazy on slots. Here's a gray one with off and slow and fast. And here's a gray one with numbers that I had to do a little steering wheel repair on. I think I did a nice job. Here's what that javelin looks like put together. As you can see, my childhood art abilities were minimal. Original box. I don't have what's inside. AFX controller in a Parma box. AFX controllers. Lots of model motoring track that I only recently striped, maybe in the past 4 years. Probably an uncool thing to do, but it's not worth anything. Hit don't matter. A couple more Parmas from when I was a 4-lane layout. And another one of these that I'm going to probably destroy in order to put the components into a slow radio controlled boat. Here's my track. This has been seen before and will be seen again. Just goes on and on, doesn't it? This is my latest build. I'm pretty proud of it. I did this 30 years ago. It's possible I may have been the first Wienermobile conversion. This was a keychain. See the little hole in the back for the keychain? The seats out of it, I saved all these years, and I recently put them in one of the Auto World Samba buses. See, I told Tinker that the Samba bus looks stupid without seats, and then he designed his own AI-assisted inserts, which do look pretty good. But I went straight to my seats out of the keychain, and I put them in the Samba bus, and they fit perfectly. Therefore, outcooling Tinker. Big time. I did this a few months ago. I thought it came out great. Here's that Samba bus I was talking about. Since it's a VW keychain seats into a VW Auto World bus, they fit pretty damn good. Two of these, slightly different. In the Aurora service manual, I used to love to look for my local hobby shops. Waltz, oh my God. Toy House, Swallens. It pains me, Our country is in decline. Last time I was in Waltz was probably 1975. And Riders. This is where I met an old man behind the counter who needed to drink Coca-Cola every day, or else his food wouldn't digest properly. Which kind of reminds me now of Tinker. Dawn's. Doer's Hobby and Bike. I was going there most recently. Well, relatively recently. I'd have to say it's been 15 or 20 years since I was going there regularly. It's out of business now. They had a great wooden floor. I think it used to be a bowling alley. The children would fight with each other in front of customers. And Don and his wife got too old, and when he died, the kids let it go. Their main business was selling lawnmowers and repairing lawnmowers. They had a tub track back in the 60s, but I didn't live on the west side then, so I never knew about Don's until I was a grown-up. I certainly didn't know that Don's crankshaft was into slot cars. That's bizarre. Bunny, you're really getting on my nerves, Bunny. You really are. So, finally, in my AFX pit kit, which I got from Hullspecs Paints, rode my Stingray up there and bought it for what was probably the princely sum of around $3. Boy, was I ever proud in the summer of '74. But finally, what we have now is some old bodies and some Johnny Lightning bodies. Most of these are Johnny Lightning pullback cars now, just to give the bodies a home. Here's a speed line. There's an oldie. Old. This was shattered beyond belief, and I did my best at putting it back together. That blue plastic just does not hold up. And the VW in particular is very thinly cast. Here's one I couldn't bring myself to molest. A cigar box car with skinny tires. Just beautiful. Telephone turquoise blue. Ah. And I think we're done. Hope you enjoyed the tour. About 55 or more years in the making.